Um, Also, happy International Women's Day. This channel is mostly followed by amazing women from around the world, and we couldn't do it without you, and some good men, of course, and thanks to those good men for helping us celebrate International Women's Day. You know, I wish every day was celebrating International Women's Day because we need it, we deserve it, we do so much. This is Bayonne, who's very intrigued because we just got up from our camping trip, and here we are. So we're going to talk about shave and hug today, and specifically the question was about shave, but we'll talk about hug while we're here, and also about mostly about the seated position of it, because the question asked was in the comments was, is it a lean forward or is it upright? I see both and I don't know what it is. And I think this is a great question. This is what these lives are all about, right? These lives are here to demystify and help you understand, because if you're a client, you just want to do it right. You want to do it well. You want to get the most out of it. If you're a teacher, sometimes you go through trainings that are fast, and I get that. You want to make money. You want to make money. Everybody needs to work, but that doesn't always mean that your eye catches like what is the most important part of that exercise. And sometimes what we get out of it as a teacher is what the choreography is. And then as we are doing our work, we're like, are they supposed to lean forward or are they supposed to sit up? Right? Like, what are they supposed to do? So let's talk about it. Brad's going to take my own. So, good. So shave and hug. You are sitting in this cross-legged position, right? And it is a tall back exercise. Remember from our videos, we talked about the 5 spine shapes. There are 5: flexion, extension, tall, side bend, and twist, right? So shave on your reformer. The reason why a lot of people you see lean forward is it makes it easier. If I lean forward, I can do it because I kind of like get it going. But if I'm sitting up, it's so hard to not do that, right? I have to work my feet down and my arms up. So the goal, the short answer to your question is, it is sitting up in a tall back is the ideal version of shave, and hug, right? That's the ideal version. It's just hard. It's hard to do that. It's hard to stay upright and move, especially on a classical reformer, move that spring without rounding your back. And so a lot of people then, in order to not round their back, they lean forward. It allows them to keep what they probably think is a tall back, oftentimes ends up in some extension in the thoracic. They think it's a tall back, and it allows them to do the exercise. And so this is where we have to understand, like, is it ugly Pilates or is it dangerous Pilates? And is the person ready for the exercise that we gave them? Sometimes as teachers, we accidentally give you an exercise that we think you're ready for, then you go to do it and it's like, oh, that didn't go as well as I thought. But it's not dangerous. So in giving you, if I gave you shave and hug and I realized, wow, you are leaning forward more than I thought you would, then I need to, at the end of your session, give you exercises that would strengthen your seated position in a tall back. So I could go to the armchair, I could go to the high chair, I could do some stuff on the winded chair, but work on the winded chair, right? That kind of stuff that would actually help you in a seated position, work your lower half so you use it when you get to shave and hug, okay? Over time, that will get better. Sometimes you're given something before you're ready. And so it's not only ugly, but is someone gonna hurt themselves in shave? Probably not. It's not the most dangerous position to be in, but it's more than ugly. It's gonna take even longer. And so that's where, as a teacher, you should go, ooh, that was too soon. Remove it from the repertoire and get back into progressing the body and connecting the body. Most people are teaching rowing exercises when people are too new to Pilates. So if you are a client watching this and you learned any of the rowing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're all here on this channel, you learn them in the first year of your practice, I would argue that's too soon, even if you're one of the most strongest, most flexible yogi, gymnast people in the world. They're complicated exercises. They require a lot of connection to our center. And while shave and hug is a easier one to teach sooner, you still want to make sure that people have access to all the connections that they're going to need. Connections to their upper back, their arm back connection. We have workshops about that on OPC. Connection to their center in a tall back, sitting up. It's easy to have a tall back connection lying down. You have feedback of the mat, carriage, all that kind of stuff. But to sit up and have that tall back is hard, right? Do people, when they put their shoes on, sit up like this? Or do they sit up like this? If they're sitting like this in a slouch position, shave and hug is going to be complicated for them, right? We got to get them to where they naturally just want to sit up tall, right? And then we have to make sure that their legs are also part of their center, because most people don't realize that when an exercise is working a lot of arm choreography, they are leg exercises. When they're working a lot of leg choreography, they're still arm exercises. They're body exercises. So we have to be teaching the body. And a lot of times, as people teach Pilates, they focus on the movement that's happening and not the body. And so I'm here to help you think about your whole body when it comes to these exercises. So sitting up tall as best you can is great. If someone leans forward when I teach them shave, I'm not instantly removing it from them unless I see that they are leaning forward, rounding, and their knees are coming up. If I get a bunch of different things that are like, woo, whack-a-mole, I gotta hit all these things, I'm gonna go, oh, let's take it back. I have access to an armchair. We have videos here on this channel. It's also in our chairs flashcard deck to teach them shave and hug at the armchair. That is gonna be a great place to teach them. You can also, if you don't have access to that, you can teach them shave and hug standing at the senior arm springs. There's something about standing that makes it a little easier. Plus that exercise does have a lean into the springs, but it's still a tall back. We're not hanging anywhere in the spine around me, right? The feet are not moving. So I can give them, I have exercises that I can give them that will tell me they're ready for shave and hug. If you're someone who's only teaching the reformers, you're limited to what they can show you that they're ready for this exercise. You just are. And that doesn't make it right or wrong. It just is, right? And sometimes it is okay. So I would just say, like, give yourself more time to figure out, can people sit up tall and do it? Should I give them 1 pound weights, and see if they can do it, and show me they can do it, and then they can show themselves before I put straps in their hand. The other thing to look at is, are the straps long enough? Most of these straps are way too short for the work that you're doing, and so what happens is people are lightening the springs. Keep the spring in a red. I love a red spring for shave. I don't even mind a green spring for shave. But if your straps are measured to the hook or the shoulder rest, it's too short. If you look at my reformer, my handles, like if my hips are the shoulder rests, right, my handles, when the strap is straight, would land on my thighs. And that allows me to have room to be tall. If my straps are measured to here, of course I'm gonna have to do all these things. Of course I am, right? So just know what you're asking people as well, my teachers who are watching. Are you asking them to do something that's impossible for the setup that you have? Look, equipment with ropes and risers were created so you would use the length of the ropes and the risers. So why does it have such long ropes if you're only going to use this much of it, right? You're allowed to make the straps longer, use handles. Let's talk about the hands and I'll wrap this up, and then if there's any questions, Brad will relay them. So fingers and thumbs are like this, okay? See how my pinky wants to go out here? It's want to do a rope. It needs to come in. Then the hands, you're trying to get them way down here, okay? I just woke up, so they're not going there, right? If I was more warm, see how my body wants to automatically put my ribs out when my arms go back? It's because I'm not ready for shave today. I haven't done anything but walk this dog here. So I don't want to see this like Mary's roasted chicken at Whole Foods, right? We got to get that in. So we're trying to get the hands down, and then as they go up, I get taller and everything gets longer, and then I pull down. And what happens is everyone just bends their elbows. You actually want to pull it down. Pull, push, reach, 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 right? Those fingers, they never come apart. They don't go, oh, I have to do this. If you have to let your fingers go to do shave, I would say you don't do shave. There are over 500 exercises in Pilates. If your shoulders can't do something about that exercise, we have other things to do. There's so many other places we can work you, because you'll miss out on the good stuff, right? You just will. So anyways, super awesome to see you guys. Thanks for joining us. Just remember, we will be live next Sunday. We'll be at the house. And then the last 2 Sundays of March and Easter Sunday of April, I will not formally be coming live, but Brad will definitely take us live to show you what we're doing in Poland and Belgium. And we're gonna give you that Easter Sunday, that holiday Sunday off, because we have no idea what we'll be doing in Paris. Love you all so much. Have an amazing day. Bye.